Hello everyone, my name is Camila and this is my book channel. Yay! I'm so excited to do this. I've been meaning to do this for a really long time. I've been watching YouTube since I was like 10 years old, and I've been reading since I was like 9 or 8. A random number generator picked my book choices, my TBR, for the month. So my idea for this came from sometimes I don't know what books to read, and also I have a really lengthy physical TBR in my own home. I have 31 books that I have not read, that I own, that I want to read. I already started with posting it on YouTube, but I just wanted to I don't know, I came up with the idea, and then while I was reading a book I was like, you know what, it would be a great video to see what a random number generator chooses for me to read for an entire month. If a random number generator tells me to read a book I don't want to read, I'm not gonna read it, obviously. I'm not putting myself through torture. And I actually did that with one of the books I'm going to talk about next, because first I'm going to go through the books I've read so far this month, and then we're going to choose the last two books I'm going to read this month. To start off with, I read The Kiss of a Spider Woman in Spanish, a classic in Spanish, maybe probably in English too, but it's two prison inmates, and they're sharing the same jail cell. One of them is like this Marxist revolutionary, and the other one is a gay man. I think he works in fashion stores. I think he designs the window for the stores. Maybe I didn't really understand what his job was throughout the book, but yeah, that's what he does. And the book is told entirely through either dialogue, footnotes that kind of go into the psychology of being gay, or not being heterosexual. Also the stories that Molina, who's the gay man, tells Valentin, who's the revolutionary, which are mainly movies. This is set during Argentina's military dictatorship, so during their dirty war. This is set during, yeah, the 70s, like late 70s. And I thought I would like it more than I did. And so I gave this book 2.75 stars. I didn't feel like I connected to the characters because of the footnotes and also the movie telling, and so I understand the point of it, but it did make me feel less connected to the characters, because I mean, I got to know what they like, what they didn't like, their kind of ideologies in life, but I felt like I missed more conversations amongst the two of them. And also the movie retellings just got too much for me sometimes. Sometimes I was just not interested in them anymore, and I was like, okay, like, this is kind of boring. I even skimmed like the last 2 pages of the book, but I'm proud of myself that I finished it. It is a classic, so I'm happy I read it. The book did come out in the 70s, so for the time I think it was really something that hadn't been done yet, but I guess the execution isn't my favorite thing. But yeah, the next books were chosen by the random number generator. And this one I actually let the the generator told me this, and I said okay, I will read it. And it's Unmarriageable by Sonia Kamal, and it's a retelling of Pride and Prejudice, but it's set in Pakistan in the year 2000. It follows everything that Pride and Prejudice does. It's the same story beat by beat. This book, it really makes you understand the pressure that Pakistani girls or Southeast Asian girls can be under to marry, to become wives, to become homemakers. In this book, Elizabeth, or in the book, her name's Alice. She's a school teacher of English literature to like high school aged girls, and she sees her students get married off, you know, when they're 16 and stuff, and she just doesn't agree with it. She's trying to teach her students another way. She's trying to teach them that, you know, they can be educated, they can go to college, but they can also be wives, but they can have their own lives, their own aspirations, their own ambitions. And I just really resonate with her type of character. I think I am her in a lot of ways. I think all of us want to be Elizabeth. Maybe not all of us want to be Elizabeth, but I think I've always resonated with her because she just doesn't like it when people tell her what to do, and she really sees society and the world in a different way. And I just always love reading her. I love reading the story. And I think this book also has another layer because of the caste system, or like the social status aspect of it all in Pakistan. I think works really well for this book, because what your social status is and what money you have and where you live and what house you have and what clothes you wear really matters in this book. I also think the setting of more modern time also really matters. I just think it drives home the point really well of like the pride we have for ourselves and how prideful we can be, but the prejudice we can have for others, like all of this stuff. Like Mr. Darcy is obviously well written. Like I really liked it. I really enjoyed this book. I give it 4 stars. It made me cry. I read this book like I hadn't read a book in a really long time, where I just couldn't put it down. Like I just wanted to keep reading. I just needed more of it. Well, the next book the number gods gave me was How Beautiful We Were by Imola Mouet. She's a Cameroonian author, I'm pretty sure. And this is set in a fictional African town, where in a country where an oil company has come in and taking over basically the small town, the smaller villages, and set up shop there. And it's about this village that is struggling with the environmental impact caused by the oil companies. So they just have like a lot of oil spills that have damaged a lot of the agriculture and the hunting they do. They have acid rain, they have kids dying like every single day. The story is told through the viewpoint of the children, so like the village children, just like a collective voice, and then also through a family. The husband of the family went to the capital city to try and find people from the oil company to talk to about all the deaths and all the disease and all the bad stuff that they've been having. So far I've gotten through the daughter's viewpoint and also the uncle's viewpoint, and right now I'm in the mom's, and it's just very sad. I do think I'm a little bit cynical, more cynical than I was when I was a teenager, obviously, when I would have read this book, because that's when I first got it, when I was like 16 or 17. It's like devastating, but also something that people live through every single day of their life. So yeah, and on that note, I haven't finished this yet, but I think I'm really gonna like the rest of it. Let's get to picking my 2 new books. Fun fact, I already filmed this whole video, but my camera turned off for some reason. I'm filming on my iPhone, and I already chosen the 2 books I was gonna read, but I'm redoing it for the camera. I'm doing new books for the camera. Let's do this. I have 1 through 31, because those are the books I have. And I got 10, which I actually got before too. So we got a nonfiction book, which I'm really excited about. So we got The Heart of a Woman by Maya Angelou. This is one of her biographies. I think she only ever wrote autobiographies, I'm pretty sure. If it's not autobiographical, it's semi-autobiographical. I have no idea. It's her with her son. And I love Black history, obviously. And yeah, I've also wanted to read more nonfiction, so I'm really excited to read this actually. I hope it's not too sad, because I can feel it. I can feel that it could be sad. And I've also wanted to read more memoirs, even though this isn't a memoir. I don't think are autobiographies and memoirs the same thing. And let's do another book. Hopefully I can get through 2. Should I only do? I think I could get through 2 books. Through 2 more books. Let's see. Number 28. I really want to read it. We're gonna get a number that I want to read, okay? Or I feel better about reading. I got 17. New number. Ooh, okay. I do want to read this. I do want to read this. I don't think I'll be able to get through all of it in January, but it is Project Hail Mary, which I'm pretty excited about. I've only ever heard good things about this book, and the movie is coming out this year with beautiful man Ryan Gosling, so I'm really excited to read it. I got it from my boyfriend's mom. I stole it from her. I went, girl, I am taking it home. She said, okay, girl. So we finally found a book that I wanted to read after like 5 tries. We found a book. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did watch, I don't know who will be watching, but my best friends and my boyfriend. Bye.